Working a job, yes, a real paying job while you're still in high school is an Ivy League admissions hack. But most people think there's some kind of stigma against it, so they end up spending tens of thousands of dollars on useless summer programs that will never get you into an Ivy League school. So hang out, I'm going to explain to you guys why this summer you should be making money instead of spending it and how it'll still help you get into Ivies. First, the number one thing that students are missing on their college applications, it's not test scores, it's not essays, it's not extracurriculars. It is real world experience that shows that they have the maturity to do well in a college environment and the responsibility to succeed in their career after the fact. And those are both things that are really hard to demonstrate if you're doing some kind of rigid, highly coordinated summer program that's supervised by other adults. You don't really have responsibilities in those programs, you're just doing what you're told. By comparison, if you go work a job in the summer, it really doesn't matter where the job is. Let's say you work in an ice cream shop, for example. You're going to have specific responsibilities that you're going to have to execute. You're going to have to learn to work as a team. You're going to have a boss to manage, a schedule. You're going to actually have to talk to customers. It's going to give you a lot of real world skills and exposure that will ultimately give you the stories that you need to then talk about them in your college application. That's where you're going to actually have answers to questions like, how do you resolve conflict in a difficult situation? What's something that was hard that you learned and grew from? These are the places you develop those kinds of experience. You have to get some scars on you so that you can then go talk to them about the ways that you learned and grew from those experiences. And that's why summer jobs are so valuable. They're an amazing thing to do for a lot of majors. Now, this doesn't apply to everybody. For a lot of people, for example, most STEM students, they probably benefit from doing science research, and there's similar tracks that you can follow for other fields. But for a lot of majors, if you don't have a really good idea of what you should be doing this summer, go get a job. You're going to have way more experience and way more interesting things to talk about in your application than 90% of the other people applying.